Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series. We're going to be taking a look at one of the dungeons reworked in patch 6.3, the Antitower. Once you reach the second group, the Ropekin has a circular AoE you'll throw out. You can just easily step out of this. For the third group, you want to make sure you're facing the shelled unit away from the rest of the group, as he has a frontal cone that is not shown that applies paralysis to everyone in the AoE. This can be cleansed off with Esuna. For the first boss, when you pick him up, you want to make sure that you're facing him away from the rest of the group. Water Bomb will put circular AoEs under several party members. They'll just want to move out of these. When he summons the music water notes onto the platform, you'll just want to move away from them because briefly afterwards they will explode into AoEs. When he begins croaking towards the tank, then you'll want to just move out of this as he'll continue to just stand in one location doing a cone AoE in front of him. He'll then cast Water Bomb again, just move out of this. He'll then summon two more music notes onto the platform. You'll want to try and stay away from them while you kill the choir toads. He'll then summon two more music notes before casting Toy Hammer. This will stun the tank along with doing a bit of damage. The stun can be removed with Esuna though. You'll then want to sidestep out of his croak. And then kill the ads again as they spawn. Moving in towards the second area, the doorkeepers have frontal cones that you'll just want to move out of. As the fight progresses, two different sets of fire homunculus will be summoned from the doors behind them. You'll just pick these up and AoE them down like all the other mobs. They are spellcasters though, so you'll want to make sure you're going towards them as it takes them a bit longer to group up. The Mirrorless can do large circular AoEs that you'll just want to move out of, along with small tank busters, so make sure that you're rotating your cooldowns to help reduce damage summoned during this time. After the first set is dead, another Merilith will spawn in the center of the platform. For the second boss, when you pick him up, shortly afterwards he'll cast Gyrating Glare. This will cause AoE damage to the entire party. Afterwards, he'll summon 4 comets onto the platform that will then explode into circular AoEs. There will be very small safe zones at the edge of the platform. After the explosion, then they will become rocks on the platform that you'll have to use to dodge a different ability. Jittering Glare is going to do a very thin cone AoE that you'll just want to move out of. And then when they cast Jittering Jounce, he'll link himself to one party member. That party member will want to move behind one of the comets that's on the platform. This will cause the comet to absorb the attack, but then explode afterwards. So after the hit, you'll want to move away from the comet to be out of the AoE. After he does this twice, he'll cast Jittering Glare one more time, before casting Jittering Jab, which is going to be a tank buster. He'll then cast Jittering Jounce again, linking himself to another party member. Again, just move behind the comets to absorb this. And then one more time for all 4 comets and all 4 party members. Moving into the third area, there will be a bunch of wind-up units that will drop from the ceiling. The Vikings are melee units, whereas the Magus are range units. The Vikings can do cone AoEs, and the Magus will cast Flare the entire time. They can also cast Starstorm, which will do a circular AoE on the ground, so you'll want to just make sure to move out of this. The Centaurs can cast Rear, which will do a circular AoE around themselves, along with casting Berserk, which will give them a damage buff. Proceeding into the next area, you'll have 3 Magus and 3 Vikings. Should be able to just pick these up and AoE them down, while sidestepping out of these circular AoEs and cone AoEs. After they are dead, then 2 more units will drop from the ceiling, 1 Viking and 1 Magus. After these are dead, then you'll have 2 Centaurs along with a Magus and Viking. The Centaurs can be stunned when casting Berserk to prevent them from receiving the damage up buff. For the final boss, when you first initiate the fight, there will be 3 Brinas and 3 Kalkas. They will move around the platform. The Brinas will do donut AoEs around themselves, and the Kalkas will do cone AoEs in a direction. You'll want to just focus each of these down and kill them all as they move around, as when they are all dead, then the boss will form together into its final form. Shortly into the fight with Kalkabrina, one party member will have an eye above their head. This is going to televise which party member she's going to turn and do her look away mechanic from. So you'll want to make sure that you are looking away from the boss if you are on that side. She'll follow this up with Knockout, which is going to do a tank buster ability, and then follow it up with Brace. Brace will leave only one side of the boss vulnerable to damage, whereas the other sides will damage you and knock you back every time that you hit her. This is televised by the shields being around the boss, so you'll want to stand on the side that does not have a shield. And then she'll cast Dollhouse, which will target the 2 DPS members and changing them into dolls. The tank and healer will need to destroy the dolls to revert them back to their normal forms. During the entire time, Calcabrina will be casting Slapstick, which will do party-wide damage. Afterwards, she'll follow up with another knockout. Before doing another one of the look away mechanics. If you're on the same side as the person who's being targeted, that you're looking away from the boss. If you are hit by this ability, then it will confuse you, causing you to attack your party members. She'll follow up with another knockout and then a final brace. And this should be it for the Antitower. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.